العسل سكر 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 امشي عيونك يا قمر احلى من العسل سكر 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 امشي عيونك يا قمر احلى من العسل بنظرة عيونك جننت القلوب والبسمة بشفايفك بيدوبني دوب من نظرة عيونك جننت القلوب والبسمة بشفايفك بيدوبني دوب بنظرة عيونك جننت القلوب والبسمة بشفايفك بيدوبني دوب أنا من حبك انت ما قادر أتوب أنا من حبك انت ما قادر أتوب سكر 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 رمش عيونك يا سمر أحلى من العسل أحلى من العسل سكر 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 رمش عيونك يا سمر أحلى من العسل سكر 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 رمش عيونك يا سمر أحلى من العسل أحلى من العسل بنظرة عيونك جننت القلوب والبسمة بشفايفك بيدوبني دوب بنظرة عيونك جننت القلوب والبسمة بشفايفك بيدوبني دوب بنظرة عيونك جننت القلوب والبسمة بشفايفك بيدوبني دوب أنا من حبك انت ما قادر
Vă rugăm să vă așezați, să luați loc. Bună seara la toată lumea! Noi suntem Beetroot Academy. Eu mă numesc Irina Cojocaru, sunt Project Manager pentru Moldova și în această seară vă rugăm să stați până la sfârșit cu noi. Avem un after party cu un DJ și multe surprize. Vă rugăm să fiți alături de noi și îl invit atunci pe colegul meu, Sebastian, pentru prezentările ulterioare. Mulțumesc!
I guess I'll take the same. All right. Hi, I'm Sebastian. I work for Beetroot, for Beetroot Tech, more specifically, sister company Beetroot Academy. I'm going to be your host tonight. If we have any people out there that can't hear or see, please just push on in and make space for others. There's some space along the walls here. I'm very excited to be here. I was in Moldova the first time 7 years ago, and ever since then I've been waiting for the day that Beetroot Academy comes here. So welcome everybody to the official opening of Beetroot Academy in Moldova. Big applause. And to kick things off, I would like to invite one of our friends at the Swedish Embassy to say a few words. Katarina?
Thank you, Sebastian, and thank you all friends, and most of all, thank you the whole of Beetroot. As we have also waited for this moment. Beetroot is something so unique as a Swedish company founded in Ukraine, and then with an offshoot academy who is now being launched in Moldova. The Swedish Embassy have several support programs in Moldova. This particular problem, it's not a problem, this particular program is supported by Sweden. It's a regional program, and it's to encourage economic development, and in this case, IT and job creation. So we are delighted because the embassy is supporting many other programs that are synergizing with this program, and we see a lot of potential for Beetroot Academy. So we see all the connections, like a Swedish connection, and lots of potential for Moldova. Most of all, I'm delighted to see so many people. I hope you're here for the launch and not just for DJ Borscht, which I'm looking forward to later. But a warm welcome from us to Beetroot and to everyone here. We will be your partner going forward, and we're here for any discussions and future ideas.
Thank you. So we will be doing the official part of this event for another hour, hour and a half, and then we'll have some food for everybody. Borscht was mentioned, and Borscht we will deliver. There's also a surprising activity at the end, so stick around. It should be fun. So next, I would like to invite our friends at HELP class to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. I'm Klaus Mock. I am the regional coordinator for Montenegro and Serbia of our organization HELP, which is a German organization. I'm also delighted to be here, to be able to participate in this launching event. We've also been waiting for it, and I'm really excited that they managed in such a short time to set roots here. Beetroot, why are we here? Beetroot Academy is our implementing partner for the Reconomy program. Reconomy is a regional, inclusive, and green economic development program financed by the Swedish International Development Corporation, implemented by Helvetia Swiss Intercom, in partnership with HELP and others in the Eastern Partnership countries and the Western Balkan countries. I don't really want to go into detail. I will talk too long, and I'm glad Ms. Nielsen talked at a very brief introduction, so we'll stick to that as well. But you mentioned, yes, the final objective of this program is really to find decent jobs in the IT sector for women, youth, and other marginalized groups. Beetroot, I think there will be somebody who will exactly then talk about what they're doing exactly, but I'm really glad, apart from the launching the academy, I'm proud that they managed in a very short time that this pilot project is ongoing to get running 2 IT courses for Ukrainian refugees. Maybe just allow me a few words maybe on our organization. HELP is a German non-government organization with headquarters in Bonn. We have been established by representatives of members of the German Parliament back in 1981. We work now in about 25 countries around the globe. We have now also, I should say unfortunately, a big operation also ongoing in Ukraine directly, and the fact that we are here is also, this program is also directed towards Ukrainian refugees in Moldova. HELP also will start implementing other new EU-funded projects which will also help strengthen employment of Ukrainian and Moldovan youth in the country. Maybe I leave it at here in order not to bore you too much, but in any case, if anybody has any questions, we're more than willing to do so. Thank you, Sebastian.
Thank you so much. It's very important for us to have our partners, of course. But who are we? Who is Beetroot? Many of you probably know, but maybe all of you don't know what this is actually all about and what took us here. And that's what we're going to show you next. So I would like to invite my longtime friend and colleague, Andreas, who's also the founder of Beetroot, to say a few words. Please.
Thank you. Super excited to start this journey of impact together in Moldova. So yeah, as Sebastian said, I'm one of the two founders of Beetroot and the Beetroot ecosystem. And yeah, I will just give you now a short background story and just tell you why we are here, and then some other of our colleagues will tell you more details about the programs and what's going to happen and so on. But essentially, we started already 10 years back, and me and Gustav, two Swedes, engineers, entrepreneurs, probably a little bit naive, with this fascination for Eastern Europe, and we had this idea that we wanted to move somewhere and set up a company that makes a difference. That was the main idea. We didn't actually even know exactly which country it would be or what exactly we would do. But we quite quickly ended up with, well, probably we should do IT, because we really didn't have much money. So it's an industry where you can start without a lot of capital. We had some knowledge prior, but also it's also the industry where basically we all work on a global market. So no matter if you live in Stockholm or in Kiev or in Chisinau or in Silicon Valley, you're essentially competing on the same market, which also of course brings a lot of opportunities. And yeah, so this journey started in a very humble way. This is, yeah, you see my Photoshop skills are amazing. And this is me and Gustav arriving to Ukraine September 2012. And essentially, in the beginning, we were just like this adventurous traveler. I was doing my master thesis at the time at Chalmers School of Entrepreneurship, and we were researching the markets and traveling around in the region. And we choose Ukraine as our base, and it's still the base of most of our beats in the ecosystem. So we made a bet on that, but we also made a bet actually for Moldova, because ever since 2012-13, we have been working very actively actually with a number of Moldovan partners. And we have also in our team here, launching team, Daniel, who is local. And this is how Daniel looked in 2013 when we were driving around with a Zhiguli here in town. Good old times. And essentially, actually, we were talking with Daniel already back in 2015. We tried to tell Daniel that we should start Academy. And ever since, so this has been like 7 years when we have been sort of mentally preparing for this day. So you can imagine how we are happy to be here. Well prepared, yeah, we're prepared for forever. No, but seriously, on a more serious note, or I've been traveling here for a long time, and I have very warm feelings for Moldova, especially since what's happened this year, when the war started on the 24th, or then the war escalated to a full-scale war on the 24th of February. This was the first place to where a lot of our beats came. We were hosted by our dear partners on Smart Data Solutions, and yeah, it was just like an amazing gostiprimstvo, I would say. So yeah, thank you, Moldova, and we are, yeah, again, really happy to come back. yeah, so we have been growing essentially from this very humble beginning. This is our first office in Beetroot, and fast forwarding to today, we are, actually this picture is from pre-COVID, but essentially today we are an ecosystem of 550 people who are, I say an ecosystem because it's actually a couple of different businesses. It's a Beetroot Tech who are working with IT consulting, where we're developing software together with partner houses like our Moldovan friends here, and Beetroot Academy, which you will hear a lot about today, and we also used to have something called Beetroot Hub, which was a tech hub a little bit like this place in the city of Mariupol. Unfortunately, that is today destroyed, but yeah, that's the ecosystem picture. And the whole idea with this ecosystem is that we started with, we want to make a difference. So the red line is tech and impact. That's basically what all our activities are made out of, and we call it like a social enterprise because you put the social goals or like the impact goals first, and then we use commercial tools as well to achieve those goals, and based is on our values. And as you said, sustainability is a sort of long-term impact approach based on United Nations focus areas and so on. That's the base for everything you do, and also trust and responsibility. Those are really important also in our education, how we work with our students and as adults and so on. And equality, transparency, and wholeness. And wholeness is something about bring your whole self as you are to, and that also includes how we work in our courses in Beetroot Academy. Very quickly on Beetroot Tech, so our software development part, we are we're nowadays spread out. So we used to have 9 offices in Ukraine, now it's 7. We also have Stockholm, we have one in Poland, in Poznan, one in Bulgaria, and we have people spread out essentially all over Europe. And what we do, we build impactful software for companies in 25 different countries, and yeah, we do a lot of different things. But today it's about the Academy, so let's focus on the Academy. And we started this back in 2014. It was a time of also turbulence, as we all remember. And really, like, we were a company of 15 people. We had our only office in Odessa. The war started, and we were like, okay, we are here now. Like, what could we realistically do to make a difference? And you dig where you stand, so teaching the skills that we had was a logical decision. We also have then a partnership with the Swedish Embassy, who helped us to kickstart in Poltava back in the day. So we went in the regions. It looked a little bit like this when we started. It's как Шведы под Полтава или что-то такое. Maybe that's an old expression already, but anyway, so yeah, we started in 2014. We've been doing this since, and we have every year been growing. So for us, it was very important to first make sure that we have the quality of what we do, see that people actually get employed before we started scaling. So we started very small scale, actually. So it was 12 students back in 2014, and you see the numbers, how they grow. And then just before the pandemic, we were 19 offline locations spread out mainly in Ukraine, but also in Kosovo. And then there came the pandemic. It forced us online. We were a bit skeptical, will it work or not? And then we were experimenting for 6-9 months with online and offline at the same time. And we actually learned that we are able to create the same impact and the same results doing tech education online, but still with teacher-led approach and trying to copy the sort of classroom feeling, but the flipped classroom feeling when you do the practical things in class. I think Dima will talk more about that. So through this journey, we have, as I said, it's an impact social enterprise in the sense that we want to be, we are working with many different partners, such as, the top row of partners here with us today. But at the same time, we're building this for a long-term self-sustainable model, which is also where we are today in Ukraine. And yeah, some just quick bragging numbers, if we may. It's very un-Swedish to brag, but we but let's do that. So we have almost 10,000 students already. 70% of these students in average start careers, and this is after quite short, intensive courses. And essentially in Ukraine, and I say Ukraine all the time because that's where a majority of our students before the studies. I'm almost going to hand over to Dima, but I will just say a few things about what we do here. So what we already today, we started a couple of weeks ago, I think. We have the first 2 groups of Ukrainian refugees in support program we have talked about. And well, today, essentially, we are telling you about what we're doing here, and we are intending to open the first groups in Romanian language in around mid-January. And tomorrow, like in the future, we hope to be able to help tens of thousands of Moldovans and Romanians. We will be working in Romania as well a bit later to get a successful career in tech. And that makes a huge difference on both on a country level and on an individual level. So yeah, let's boost this Moldovan tech sector. Thank you.
Very nice. And I love the part about the red line. It's about tech and impact. And this is now, hopefully, we're training a new generation of people to help create even more impact. And about how that will work, specifically here in Moldova, we have with us Dima, who's the CEO of Beetroot Academy, to tell us a little bit about the reality to expect.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. From my surname, probably you can realize that I'm partially Moldovan as well. So I'm also heavily excited about it. And I will be talking about serious things mostly because like all the fun is for Andreas. It's kind of our agreement, like founder for fun and CEO for doing like serious stuff. And I will be talking about educational concept because we do believe in it and we proved it about like 9,000 times, 9,200 already. And all the concept is based on practice because we do believe in nowadays it is really important to practice more and also have the theory that will support you to get this practice better. That's why all the things that we are doing in Beetroot Academy is more about teachers, methodology, and community. And the journey of the students start from really small things. It's to interview, to have a test, to be sure that you are enough motivated to get this intensive course. We're not allowed to force you to study. It's not our method. Our method is to support you, to be a friend for you in your study, because we know how to study, we know how to deal with this, but we cannot force you to do this. And then you're becoming a part of our friend or of our family, becoming a part of community, and you get this connection with our teachers. And then you're in this session, which is about study. Here you will get an access to practitioners, people who are working on daily basis as developers, specialists, project managers, and so on. So they are doing their job and they know these things from real world, not from the paper. And then can help you with understanding how it works. The system itself that supports you, called learning management system, contains all the materials inside it, and all the theory you will study at home. This is the concept of the methodology, when you have all the theory as something that happens outside of the class. And the value from the class is the value of having practice with the teacher together. So the practitioner teacher, the theory that you get from home, and the classroom where you can get all this experience of this teacher will lead you to get all the skill set you need to enter the market with the status of junior developer, junior specialists. We call this methodology as a flipped classroom because we flip this concept when you're lecturing by tutor, by teacher, and do the practice at home. We do not believe that it works nowadays. We think that this concept works, and we see it by numbers. It's quite intensive, as you can see, like every week requires about 15 hours plus, and we will support you as much as we can, and still you need to be motivated. You need to believe in yourselves as much as we believe in you, and our trust in you and your potential is abnormally high. And we are starting here in Moldova with 5 courses. Most of them are about like technologies. One of them is about design and also something about management. But our portfolio is much bigger because we have other development courses. These courses are developed for Ukrainian market and for international as well. At the same time, we can launch it really fast, so I expect them on this market in like half a year. So if you're interested in something, feel free to follow us and join our team. And if you are not sure what the course is for you, we created self-paced, free for charge course where you can practice a bit your skills on different directions. You can try yourself as a front-end developer, you can try yourself as QA or any other option, and it will help you to choose something that meets your requirements. And in the end, you also can talk to anyone from Beetroot Academy, and we will support you with understanding what the skill set is for you, because we also have career tests for these, we have advisors, and we developed a quite strong system about like, how to help people to choose what they really need. And to start learning, you just need to enter our website, choose one or another button, and then we will be in touch with you quite soon. And here I can pass you the word.
Thank you, Dima. Well done. I want to take all the courses myself now. That's how I always feel when I see them in a list. Like I want to know everything. And you do, Dima, you did talk a lot about our teachers. And without teachers, none of this would work. Teachers are really key. And this brings me to our next step. I think it's time we bring up some of the teachers to really tell you what these courses are about. A few weeks ago, I was talking to a friend. He asked me, Sebastian, do you know any business analysts? And I said, no, I actually don't know any business analysts. And I started to think about it. And he said, I don't know any either. But business analysis, data analysis, it's so important in this digitized current time we live in and in the future. And with those words, I would like to welcome up our teacher in business analysis, Veronika, to say a few words about business analysis at Beetroot Academy. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, my name is Veronika Volokzhanina, as Sebastian said, and I work in IT for 5 years. So I work with businesses to improve their business and to understand their needs. Today, I would like also to share that I'm a teacher in Beetroot Academy, and what a surprise! My course's name is Business Analysis in IT. Today, I would like to talk about structure of the course, about what is business analysis, also about some lesson structure, about final project, and would like to share some success stories from my students that I'm proud of. So, what is business analysis? Business analysis is a process to improve businesses while structuring information. And me, as a business analyst, try to find what business needs and propose the best technical solution for it. If you talk about our course, Business Analysis in IT, this course is for beginners, and I would like to separate beginners in two groups. First group is beginners who never thought about IT and they would like to start their path into IT. And the second group, these guys already work in IT and just want to switch on their path to business analysis. As you see on my slide, we have some structure, course structure. This course divided into 6 big parts. We start with introduction in IT and business analysis, where we talk about some basic things, how to start understand these IT guys. After that, we dive deeper and discuss software requirements lifecycle and software requirements analysis. After that, we talk about requirements and risk management, and then we understand how to talk, how to collaborate with developers. And as a final step on our course, students present their projects. The final project also have structure. Yeah, as you understand, business analysis has a lot of structure. And students work on their final project during whole course, and on last session they present their results. They talk about what issue does it solve, and finalize all documents and artifacts into conference. Yeah. And last but not least, I would like to share some success stories from my students. They are study on the course now, but already put their knowledge into practice. For example, Antonina Samaluk, she is director of online chess school, and she learned on the course how to create user personas, and after that apply this knowledge into practice. Also, she elicited requirements from teachers and create some user stories, user tasks for developers and designers. And Valeria Furmanets, she's now work as QA, and they don't have any business analyst on their project, but she takes the responsibility to create user stories and to improve life for her developers. And also she has like complicated task, and she apply the knowledge about UML and BPMN diagrams into practice. So that's it from my side. Thank you for your attention. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be part of Beetroot Academy.
Thank you, Veronika. I'm going to switch slides, maybe. Go to the next one. Oh, yeah, there you go. You also thank for it there. And we're going to keep moving to an area that I personally find very interesting. Many years ago, before I joined Beetroot, I was talking to my boss at the time. He was a good guy. And he said, Sebastian, do you know what I would do if I could start my career all over? And at this point, he'd been working with marketing for like 40 years, getting older. He said, I would do UI UX design, because this is such a big part of shaping what we see with the apps and with other software today, and will be for the future. And I also think it's extremely important. So with that, I want to welcome one of our course teachers, Alina, who's teaching UI UX design, to the stage. Please, come on, give her applause.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Alina Rahimova, and I've been teaching at Beetroot Academy since 2020. Yes, yes. And now I have fifth group of students from Moldova. And some students from Moldova is here. Hi. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about UI UX design course at Beetroot Academy. As you can see, our course consists of 6 modules, and when we completed first module, design tools, our students know how create something in Figma and create illustration. After 3 modules, UX, UI, and adaptive design, our students create complete work with e-commerce site, and after that we begin for work final project. And in the last modules, we created personal portfolio. In the end, in the final project, our students get free project. It's illustration in Figma, e-commerce site, which create during the course, and our diploma project. I like how built our lessons, because before classes, my students watch the video and read theoretic materials in LMS system. After that, we do only practice, because practice, and only even practice other prerequisites for becoming UI UX designer. Yes, and when I prepared this presentation, I wrote my student and asked him, how are you, tell about some your way after finishing UI UX design course at Beetroot Academy. And I really got a lot of good feedbacks from my students. For example, my students, Natalia Kristopa, now work as a designer at Global Logic company. It's big company in IT. And on the right side, you can see her project. Her project about electricity management a system. And next, my students, Victoria Podolna. Victoria Podolna went to the international conference Viva Tech 2022 in Paris, and she presented her company's project. And next success story, it's my students, Maria Demchenko. She did wonderful project for application project for Sava Jeverly House. So I'm very proud of my all students because I think success. Sorry, because students' achievement. Students' achievement inspired me keep teaching at Beetroot Academy, and so so that's all. And I wish you to start any project because we have spoiler. You can do it. Thank you for your attention.
Do I get this as well? I can do it. That's great. One of my takeaways here, thank you, Alina, so much, is that practice, practice, practice makes perfect. And all of our teachers, they practice, they know what they're doing, and it works. And I think that's fantastic. Next up, I want to bring you a third teacher to talk a little bit. And to lead, let me ask you a question. Do you know why tech startups fail? Do you have any ideas? Why might a tech startup fail? Nobody knows here. There are no tech. Yes, why? Oh, no, okay. Well, I'll give, there's a lot of reasons a tech startup might fail. There's like 10, 20, 30 reasons, more. But one of them, and you might be surprised, is that they will bring to market a product that is not adequately tested. It fails. There are bugs, and it ruins the user's experience. So, our next teacher is our teacher in quality assurance, which is extremely important. Zhenya, please come up here. You know all about this, don't you? She was like waving the hand. I know why they fail. I know.
Thank you, Sebastian. For sure, I know that not to do testing, it is a totally wrong approach to do anything. So, I am Zhenya, and I work in quality assurance for more than 7 years. And since this year, for the year, I am teaching also, and teaching, of course, quality assurance. It is a big pleasure for me to be here and to be able to present QA course in Beetroot Academy. So, I want us to start with kind of myth-busting for a bit, and there are really a lot of myths around quality assurance. The first one is the most popular and also the most hated one by all of my colleagues. It is thinking that becoming a QA, it is the easiest way to get into IT. Lots of us can hear it from other guys, especially from developers sometimes, but it's not true. Even maybe a couple of years ago, it can be something like that, but not now, because good QA engineer need to have a really good technical background, need to know how applications are built from the inside to do best results and give real quality, not just like finding bug and just it. Another myth is quite opposite to this one, because some people think that testing is a monkey job, like monkey clicking on some sites, finding bugs, and that's it. As I said previously, there are a lot of technical requirements, a lot of technical skills, tools need to be known by really good QA engineers. So it is not clicking, really, please trust me, it's true. And the last one, myth I want to share with you, the only one which is at least partially truthful, it is thinking that becoming a QA, it is like first step before becoming a developer. And for some reason, and sometimes it can be true, because when you become a QA, you can select really lots of paths after it. You can go like deep dive in testing and become a professional in some specific area, like security testing, performance, web, mobile, gaming, etc. But if you really keen on developing, on learning some coding languages, you can go into this area and, of course, go to automation and development. So this myth is kind of partially true, and you can think about QA in this way as well. And, of course, I need to share with you how our course is going, what we are doing there. And here is a short list of all our activities during course. As it was told before, we are not learning theory in classical way, like sitting together, giving lections, and discussing something. No, theory, it's like homework for our students. On our lessons, we do a deep dive into this theory, discuss some tricky scenarios, tricky questions and points, and try to guess how to apply this theory in practice. Another important point is practicing a lot on creating test documentation. Each student has lots of assignments on creating different test documentations, practicing on it, giving and receiving some continuous feedbacks, improving. So at the end of the course, each student has his own like small portfolio of documentation which can be presented on future interviews. Also, we practice not on some models, we practice on real websites and real mobile applications to get like, real experience. It is the only thing that matters in like finding a new job. Also, of course, we focus on different tools and try to bring our students familiar with them, to know how to work with them, and put there also on their future CV. And we have a big module related to databases, because it is a really important part of almost all projects. So we try to show our students how databases are built from the inside and how to test them really effectively. And one point which is really loved by a lot of students, it is like, improving and creating own bug hunting skills. Kind of getting an eagle eye for like open a website and see each defect which is there. It is only based on experience, so each student tries to practice it and get this better baggage of issues that he can find. Another point which I really love in our course, it is focused on communications, because every QA engineer needs to communicate with developers, project managers, business analysts as well. And we really need to understand how to do it. Communication is the key for everything, so we try to simulate real-life scenarios and show our students how their work is going on real projects, on real jobs. So we simulate these things and understand how software development working. And at the end, I want to like give small spoiler. It is my favorite, my personal favorite part of each course, each group. It is understanding that after graduation, students will text me and let me know that they got their first job offer. And it's really pleasure and it really makes me proud of them. And it was a funny coincidence, but yesterday when I arrived to Chisinau, I got the same message from one of my last group students. He texted me that his first job offer is accepted and he will start his work in a week. And in conclusion, I would say that all teachers in Beetroot Academy try to give the best knowledge for their students, because our students yesterday are now our colleagues today. Thank you.
Thank you, Zhenya. Yesterday, students become colleagues. I love that. We are actually a little bit ahead of schedule, but we do have some other partners with us tonight, and I would actually like to welcome another one up on stage to say a few words. So do we have Andrei from Smart Data here? No? That was the camera guy. Like, is he behind me? Hey, please, come.
Thank you, Sebastian. Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to greet our partners from Beetroot and all the Beetroot team here. It's great to see so many familiar faces, and of course the guests, the special guests, and everybody who is looking forward to be a part of this great team. For us, I am Andrei from Smart Data. We are a local development company. We are about 60 guys here. We are proud partners of Beetroot. We met Andreas 7.5 years ago. To be exact, that was 19th of February 2015. We just found the email with Alex. So since then, we are very, very great, friendly, trustful partners. We've done probably, dozens of projects together in so many countries. And Like I said, we are proud partners of Beetroot. Why I said 2015, that's about the time when Beetroot probably started the academy in Ukraine. So probably we kind of followed the path of Beetroot Academy, how it all developed. We were also very lucky to be part of at least 4 or 5 birthday parties of Beetroot in different locations all across Ukraine. Those are really, really crazy good parties. And believe me, everybody was there, all the developers, all the Beetroot Academy, everybody was there, and you could feel the synergy, and you could feel like what was said here just before, that today's students are future colleagues, and it was indeed the case, and it is indeed the case. So the synergy, the culture that Beetroot brings and brought to Ukraine is sometimes unbelievable, to be fair. So good luck to you here in Moldova. So I'd like to say welcome to Moldova from everybody who's here, and of course from us, Smart Data. You will continue to have a great partner in us. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Andrei. Very happy to have you as a partner as well, of course. We have another very exciting partner. I want to welcome up Anton from FusionWorks to say a few words. Come on, get up here. Right. Hey.
Yeah, thank you. It will be a nice contest because we met with Andreas, I think, 10 years ago. Is there another person who met Andreas earlier than me? No? No? Yeah, I won the contest, but there is no prize, unfortunately. Or we may invent one. I think the best prize is our collaboration through these years, and I also remember the crazy parties in Odessa, in Kiev. No crazy parties, we just were visiting Kiev, but in Odessa I remember like 7 people sitting inside the Niva and driving somewhere at high speed in Odessa. I remember that. Maybe you don't remember because I think you were driving another car. I was with Gustav, I think. I don't remember, yeah, as well, because we were drinking too much after driving, not before, not during the driving. Yeah, so that was fun, and I'm sure that Beetroot Academy will also be fun. And we as FusionWorks will also support this initiative. And yes, like the students may become our family, FusionWorks family as well. And I want to tell you that we are, like, in the beginning of this year, at FusionWorks, we were planning to open an academy. This was like a part of our global expansion plan, because we are diversifying our business right now. But when I saw that Beetroot Academy is coming here, I told the guys, no, we're closing this direction because we don't need it. Because Beetroot Academy is the best thing, the best academy that can happen here. So I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck, and see you in the academy or as the colleagues. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Anton. That's very nice. Yeah, there has been some talk about parties. We're actually going to have one party a bit later, very soon. The clock is ticking. And before we get there, I would actually like to welcome everybody on the Beetroot Academy team up on stage. We're going to do some Q&A. Maybe we can get a photo with the audience going as well. What do you say? Academy people, come up. Here. Not yet. Not yet. But you can come here. Come on, everybody. Applause for Beetroot Academy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right. So we're going to do a little Q&A session because we have a lot of expertise. Like all of these people are in one way or another. It's like there's no audience left now. No, I'm joking. No, but these are involved in launching Beetroot Academy in Moldova. They know a lot about how the company works, the courses, and they'll be able to accept questions. You may have them as a result of the presentations today. They can be in English, they can be in Russian, they can be maybe in Romanian. Yeah, probably. So do we have a second mic or not? Otherwise, I will walk around and collect the questions. I think that will work. I'll just do a lot of... Okay. So, raise your hands if you have a question you would like to ask anybody here. I can ask a first question just so you see how it works to ask questions. So, hi. I'm thinking about studying at Beetroot Academy in Moldova. What courses are you launching in Moldova? And then will somebody raise their hand if you want to answer. I think that's how we do.
Yeah, I can try to answer on this complicated question. We're launching right now like 5 courses: front end, UI UX, QA. What the hell is going on? Oh my gosh, project. The team is always supportive for us. Yeah, and there will be other courses launched soon. As soon as we will be ready to launch on the global arena. There will be business analysis, C# for sure. I'm super excited about C#. Python we have already. I didn't mention it yet. And others are coming because we have tons of ideas and a lot of demand from the market. Actually, IT companies and representatives of IT companies, I'm pretty sure can confirm that. They require a lot of specialists. They really need talented people, and we have these people all over the world, but our job as Beetroot Academy to build this bridge and give these talents to these companies so this synergy will work in a proper way.
Does anybody want to add anything? That's good. Very good. So now you understand how questions work. You ask a question, you get an answer. Next question. Yes, over there. Let me come over to you. Can say your name and then your question as clearly as you can into the microphone.
Hello, my name is Nikita. I want to ask you which language will be used in the courses of Beetroot Academy. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, now I have to go back. Sorry. Who wants to answer this one?
As usual. Yeah, my part of work as a CEO to be a kind of representative of the team all the time and like speak in mouth, as usual. Yeah, answering your question, first of all, thank you for this question. All the courses will be on Romanian or Moldovan, and materials will be in English and Moldovan because, like, for IT, it is really important to know English. So the reading materials, for sure, they should be in English. We can use Google Translate if you want, but we hope that you will study English as well. And also we will provide English courses as a kind of bonus or add-on for every course, because I really don't know how to work in IT without English. If you do not start learning English yet, we will help you here, and we will try to convince you to learn this language too.
Yes, excellent. Okay, that answered your question, I hope. Okay, next question. First there, then there. Going all the way to back. All right, here we go. Your name and the question.
Hi, I'm Lena from Ukraine, and tell me please, do you have some opportunities for me? From Ukraine, I'm from Ukraine.
All right, opportunities. Dima, who should answer? Okay.
I'll just add more speakers to the audience. Thanks a lot for your question. And right now, as you might heard, that we launched 2 groups in Ukrainian. So we are now currently teaching 2 groups that are of displaced Ukrainians here in Moldova, and we plan to launch more. And you will have an opportunity to join the groups and study in Ukrainian language as well. So, and follow our news. There will be more calls to apply.
Small add-on, or you can use another option. You can enter our Ukrainian website, which is beetroot.academy, which is Ukrainian one, and sign up there and get in contact with the team, and they will guide you into proper direction.
Thank you for the add-on. Then we had a question over there. Yes. Let's go. I recognize this person.
Yeah, Andreas, when I've been to your housewarming party in Odessa, someone gifted you a balance board. So have you or Gustav ever mastered it?
A what? A balance board?
Yeah.
A balance board.
The answer is yes, but I don't have any proofs.
Guys, I have proofs. I recorded it one time, so I will show you.
Thank you again.
So as you can see, even very private questions are apparently on the table. All right, here we go.
Bună seara, eu în română o să întreb. Spuneți, vă rog frumos, după cursuri aveți un certificat de absolvire a cursurilor. Ele sunt, nu știu, aprobate de către Ministerul al nostru a Educației în Moldova sau nu?
I think we'll get a translation first and then help to answer. Daniel.
Mersi pentru întrebare. Nu, certificatele nu sunt aprobate și ele nici nu sunt aprobate nici în Ucraina, adică, dar asta și este scopul care noi încercăm să-l ducem la oameni, că certificatul tău este doar just a paper și tot ce contează este skill-urile care le primești și timp de 4 luni tu ai să primești într-adevăr foarte multă practică și ai să poți să te angajezi. În Ucraina, mulți cunosc studenții noștri, brandul nostru este destul de cunoscut, partenerii ne știu și cineva poate să vină și da, gen Beetroot Academy graduate, e bine, dar până la urmă oricum, contează cum tu ești la interviu, ce faci și da. Paper, da, no paper, old school, digital, da, mersi.
Hey, it's all digital these days. All right, we got another one over there, then here. Okay.
Yeah, hello, my name is Aina. I wrote somebody as you. Congratulations. Okay, Dinu. Daniel, okay. I'm from Social Entrepreneurship Hub in Moldova, and the situation with social entrepreneurship in Moldova is quite different from that one in Ukraine. We have a separate law on social entrepreneurship, and not all of the initiatives and groups who are working in the area and are creating impact can afford or can apply for this statute, for this specific statute. And that's why we are naming many of them impact businesses. So somehow this is a different situation. And my question is, like not the question, but maybe could you please formulate what is the impact, concrete impact, which you are creating? For me to understand, to promote you also further. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. One of my favorite areas personally, and we have an answer here.
Well, actually, it's not one answer. So I think that a lot of people here in this line can add to the answer. But so we try to have like a holistic approach to impact in everything we do in our ecosystem. So basically, we try to analyze everything we do from an impact perspective. If to be like much more like directly specific in terms of specifically Beetroot Academy and the most direct impact we do. Essentially, as I said in the beginning of my presentation, what happens when you enter the IT industry as a professional is that you enter a global workforce. This also means, this means a couple of things. It means that you, of course, enter a global mindset. You work with people internationally from all the world. It also means that you work and compete with people from all over the world. So what it means for a country like Ukraine or Moldova or, I mean, actually anyone in the world, but it means that you can sit here and work and compete on global level. Of course, salaries in, it's no secret, salaries in IT are several times higher than average salaries in a country. So this is like on the individual level. Of course, the individual economic impacts also regional development, and I think I mentioned in the beginning that a lot of, we will see how it will be here, but I assume it can be something similar also, that not everyone will be in Chisinau. Like you will have people studying, since it's online, you can study from all over the place. Yeah, I think there's plenty of more to say. Maybe someone here wants to add?
We have plenty of things to add.
Yeah, thanks, Andreas, and thanks a lot for your question. It's super relevant, and I'm super happy to hear that. And also started to think right away, what's that for me? And I understand that impact has faces, impact has stories to tell, and we can see the impact in our graduates and in their way, how do they go further. And I'm coordinating our grant-funded projects, and most of the projects, they are targeted at specific vulnerable audiences of people. And I just will say just one simple example. We had a woman that was she was 55, and she was a teacher of mathematics in a village school. And during the pandemic, the place, a number of teachers were decreasing because the education moved to online. So she lost the job, and in the village she had nothing else, and she was searching for opportunities to work online. And she studied our Introduction to IT course to understand what's out there in the IT sphere, because it was super new to her, and she didn't know where to go. And after the course, she started studying advanced course in front-end developer, and she's now searching for a job as a developer. So I think that you can see the impact in faces and in changed lives of people, that this gives them economic security. And also we have an impact report for 2021 on our website in case you want to check out more stories, because we have more stories of specific people that we can tell.
Thank you. And this question is really huge, so a lot of comments, as you can see, from our team, because we really care about impact. And from the model side, one of our values is about sustainability, and sustainable approach is mostly about to balance between business-oriented activities and impact-oriented activities to make sure that it is growing. And the best number here that, for example, 2 years ago, I joined Beetroot Academy, and we provided about 50, I guess, scholarship directly, and indirectly about 100. And this year, this number is more than 500. And these scholarships are provided with our partners, with other donors, with our colleagues, and even from Beetroot Academy we provide scholarships as well. And this is the way how we do things. So we try to help those who need this help, and for those who can afford this education, we convert these kind of funds into creating more impact. So the concept itself is for non-profit.
Thank you, Dima. We are running out of time, but we have one last question here we're going to do. And after that, the little surprise activity that I mentioned before. You still want to ask your question?
Hello, everyone. My name is Christina. So I'm not really sure if I heard about this information, but do you have a lesson in person? I mean, not only online? And if you have another languages or programs, I saw that you have only Python, if I'm not wrong. And so this is my question, if you have Office and other language of program.
All right.
We'll try. Thank you for the question. I'll try to talk more about first one, and then answer on second one. Thanks to COVID, we don't provide offline education anymore for about 2 years, and we realized that this model works much better because it creates the possibility to study for those people who cannot physically access the classroom because of different reasons. And it gave us a booster of this number of people from small cities, from small areas, comparing to these IT hubs, especially in Ukraine, because the country itself is quite huge. And nowadays, because of this full-fledged war, we are able to help Ukrainians despite the fact that they are distributed all over the world. So I don't think that we will switch offline anymore for upcoming periods. At the same time, we have another concept which is about partnering hubs or creating hubs. So this place might be a place where a student can come and study, but the teacher will be in online. And answer on the second question, all the courses that are on Romanian are in English as well. You could just switch on the website, switch from Moldova to global, and you will find the same list of the courses. And our concept and strategy of delivering when we are creating new course, we do English first and immediately translate on those languages that we provide. Programming languages, Python and front-end, sorry, and thank you for JavaScript will appear a bit later, but front-end itself, it's about JavaScript, it's about React on JavaScript.
I mean, also about the education itself, it's online, but of course it's teacher-led, and you have your classroom in the Zoom, essentially. And of course you also have the opportunity, and we also do provide such opportunities from now and then when you can meet in an offline setting, but it's not about the course itself, it's more about community building activities, basically. Like today we are here physically. Yes.
Yeah. It has to be very fast, okay? Very fast.
Hi, my name is Arseniy. I don't know how many of people from here are really new to the IT. I come actually from a totally different sphere of working. I work as a rope access technician. I work at really heights, I mean on buildings. I do a pretty dangerous job. So I was thinking about changing my job. And our job is really important to have a certification. I mean, your certificate, it's a proof that you are really good in what you're doing. And what Daniel answered actually put, I don't know, you said that it's just a paper. How do you actually appreciate the skills of the people? Thank you.
I want to keep rotating.
Hi, thank you for your question. So certification, of course, is really important, but our students after the course, they have portfolio, they have skill set, they go and show what they can do. It's not only theoretical things that you get in university, and university certification is really important, but after our courses you get exactly practical knowledge that you need exactly on the work.
Thank you. And I forgot what I wanted to say. But no, I wanted to say that, I mean, essentially, I mean, certification is a proof that you finished a certain education, right? The thing with they're like university education, and they're like is that, and the thing is that when you start a 5-year engineering program, and you have a certain curriculum, to some extent that curriculum is not really the same as the skill set need on the market when you finish. So basically what we're doing, we're not replacing like fundamental deep knowledge that you get in an engineering skills, but we are doing the practical skill set that is updating all the time. So all the courses are up to date. And I mean, I can say from the experience of Beetroot, where we hired 500-600 engineers, we do look at if somebody has an education or not, but we never look at do they have, you know, the stamp of the certificate, because what we look at is the skill sets. It's your portfolio that you come out with. Yeah. Okay.
May I add a few words about diploma? Yes, as Daniel said, we have digital diploma, of course, not paper one, because we are working online. So this diploma you can add to your LinkedIn. And I know from some recruiters and partner companies, they, while searching candidates, they really like, oh, this guy and Beetroot Academy courses, so probably his knowledge is really high. So for companies and recruiters, it's they like how to say, appreciate our digital diplomas also.
Yeah, we have over here. Okay.
I would add a small comment, like a proof for what Ines said. I am hiring people sometimes. Sometimes it happens to me, and for my colleagues as well. And even before I started to work with Beetroot, I know like having this Beetroot like badge in your LinkedIn, it is a proof of really good practical skills and experience.
One final comment on it, but I think actually Andreas, and she just touched on it as well, that generally in the tech industry, and I think this is a standard in many places, whether you're here in Moldova and Sweden, in the US, the technical interview process is something that you can verify from practical skills. So generally what happens when you apply for a role is someone will look at your CV, your profile, they'll see does this person have the education or relevant experience. If they believe that you have a strong CV, they move you forward to generally a phone screen and then a technical interview. It's that technical interview that is the most important part of the hiring process for technical roles. especially for roles in web development or, for example, in business analysis, because you have actual skills where the interviewer will ask you, can you solve this problem using the tools and the skills that you learned in whatever course you took? And if you can, then you stand out. Because a lot of the times what happens for people that go through traditional educational programs, like universities, for example, is that they study a curriculum that is many times outdated. And so when they go to apply for a job, they learned a programming language or a framework or a tool that is no longer used in the industry. And what happens with graduates from programs like Beetroot Academy is that they study a more relevant and more updated curriculum. So you have more relevant experience in the languages and frameworks that you're using. And I think that's the most important part that you can take away from it. If you are in a course where you're studying and you're practicing the skills that you're learning and you're preparing yourself for mock interviews, that's what values more, I think, than a certificate that you may put on your resume.
Thank you, Noel. Yeah, that's all the questions we have time for now, but I have some very good news, and that is that all of these people will be available at the after party. And we're almost there. Almost there. We have two more things that are a bit more different. So can I first ask all the Beetroot Academy people to get in a chunk in the middle here, looking up, and I'm going to take a huge selfie because our social media manager wanted this. So, so stand out here in the middle, everybody. Look at the screen, and then we want the audience with us in the picture. So you have to pretend. I'm really tall. I don't know. Oh, that's not a selfie. Okay, we gotta turn it around. Okay, can everybody? I'm not that tall. Okay, make sure you're in. If you're not in the picture now, you can see it here. Then you have to sit yourself. All right, there you go. My hair. Okay, my face as well. Thank you. Okay, get out of here. We're gonna do the last thing now. Thank you so much, everybody. I still need Yeli. Nice. So I forgot to ask. Do we have the prize prepared for this? Okay, we're gonna announce the prize after. You'll get it after, so I'm not gonna say what it is. We're gonna play a little game. I don't know if you heard it enough. But you might have noticed some of us are not from Moldova, some of us are not from Ukraine, some of us are from Sweden. And Beetroot as an ecosystem has Swedish roots. So I want to ask you all to take your phones, scan this one. We're going to play a game of trivia on Sweden. Did you expect that tonight? I'm sure you did not. No. Yeah, no, well... it would be very embarrassing if you're Swedish, you join and you don't win. So as you can see, there are some names, participants popping up here in the background. Keep scanning, 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 scanning. Ah, very nice. It's not as easy as it's. I hope some of you know where Sweden is. Do you know what Sweden is? Yeah. It's a small country. I don't know. Okay, are we ready to get going? There's still people popping in. Is it working? All right. Nice, secret Swede. That's right. That right there is a warning sign for me. Let's keep an eye on that one player in particular and see how it goes. All right. We're starting. So this is going to be on... What? Okay. Okay, we're going. And this will be time limited, so you have to pay attention and be fast, okay? It's all about the speed. Let's do this. Beetroot Academy, that's this. Yeah? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Quiz time. What is the capital of Sweden? Copenhagen, Stockholm, Bender, or Oslo? What do you know? What do you know about Sweden? We have 51 answers. 52. 56. Almost everybody. Nobody gets Bender. Good, good. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going. Well done, all those of you who guessed Stockholm. So, okay, yeah, it's going to show us who's in the lead after each one. So, Lovisa, good job. That's a very Swedish-sounding name, just going to say. But let's keep going. Which of these tech companies is Swedish? Is it Siemens? Is it working? Yeah, be fast. The faster you answer, the more points you get. So it's about speed and being correct. And good job, all those who guessed Spotify, a Swedish tech company. Also a TV series on Netflix now, if you're interested in how it all started. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Good job, please. You also have a good Dima, Misha, Carolina, and Petro. Carolina, okay. Also a Swedish name. Let's hope this changes. What does the Swedish word fika mean? A metal frame bed, coffee with something sweet, a type of Viking boat, or a bad date? What is fika? In Swedish. Can mean other things in other languages. But in Swedish, good job if you guessed that it's coffee with something sweet. Maybe a cinnamon bun, maybe something else. Let's go. And we have a change in standings. Well done. Misha in the lead. That is not a Swedish name. Which of these Nobel Prizes is not awarded in Sweden? The Peace Prize, the Chemistry Prize, the Literature, or the Medicine Prize? You're still awarded, but not in Sweden. Ooh, a mixed bag. The Peace Prize is actually, I believe, awarded in Oslo, Norway. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, the secret suite coming up here. Misha, still in the lead. Janes, number 2. What is the population of Sweden? We're looking for a number. 800,000, 52 million, 5 million, or about 10 million. Rough, not exact, obviously. Some of you guessed 52 million. I think you have very high expectations of Sweden. 10 million, around there is correct. Well done, those of you who guessed that. Misha. All right. Secret Suite is a challenger. Janes down to number 3. All right. As a guest, what is an important rule in a Swedish home? Ask if furniture is from IKEA, take public transport to the house, bring your own cinnamon buns, or take off your shoes inside. That's a long question. I'm sorry. You didn't probably have enough time to read. But you have to take off your shoes. Very important. I would be very offended if you came into my house with your shoes on. Secret Swede. I don't know what we do if Secret Swede wins. Let's keep going. Which of these games was not developed in Sweden? Not. Was it Minecraft, Tetris, Candy Crush, or Battlefield that was not developed in Sweden? Do you know games? Maybe we have a few gamers in here. Yeah, Tetris was not developed in Sweden. Old classic. Okay, no change. When you eat cake and your piece falls on its side, what does that mean? Do not eat it, it's poisoned. Eat it only if you're a student. The Leaning Tower of Pisa will soon fall, or you will never get married. What does it mean? We expected this to be a longer question, so we did add some seconds. This is my favorite type of cake, by the way. I love this. It's marzipan all over it. You will never get married, exactly. So next time when you carry a piece of cake, be steady if you want to get married. Or if, you get it. So what's happening? We have a DJ coming up here. That's very nice. A Secret Suite taking in the lead. Which is a Swedish invention? Is it the airbag, the 3-point seat belt, the traffic light, or the bulletproof vest? One of these came from Sweden. It's the 3-point seatbelt. You know, the classical one with 3 points. The one I actually almost never use here in Chisinau for some reason. I don't know. I should. Secret Suite still in the lead. Let's go. A few more questions. Which Billy lives in almost every Swedish household? Is it a framed photo of ABBA, a type of cactus, a type of wooden shelf, or a Swedish cat breed called Billy? A type of wooden shelf. Oh, so we have some IKEA fans out here. That's very nice. Billy the IKEA shelf. I have one at home in my office. I really like it, actually. My ex-girlfriend, she asked me, why do you have Billy? It's so ugly. But I think there's a certain beauty in it. Let's go. It's simple. How many times did Sweden win Eurovision? 1, 3, 6, or 12 times? This is ABBA in the picture. Did they win? 6 times. Evenly spread numbers, not 12 times. That would have been awesome. I love the three of you who believed in us. Very nice. Janess in the lead. Well done. We're changing things up. Carolina, number 2. Misha, Secret Sweet, down. DJ, still in top 5. Okay, let's go. Which of the following football players is Swedish? Any football fans? Is it Erling Haaland, Cristiano Ronaldo, Alexandru sorry, I can't pronounce it. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Which one is Swedish? How do you pronounce Alexander? Ah, okay. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's Swedish. Very good football player. Erling Haaland, one of the best in the world right now. Janess still in the lead. Very good. Let's keep going. 2 more questions. What does this sound mean? What does this sound that I'm making right now? What does it mean? Yes? No? Bicycle? Or it has no meaning? Oh, it means yes. And it can mean many other things. It can mean almost anything, in fact. But it definitely has a meaning. So congratulations, those of you who guessed yes. Let's see who's leading. Janess? Oh, do you want me to ask? Oh, no. Can we? Yeah, let's check. Who's Janess? Who's in the lead? Oh, it's a team duo. Oh, okay. No matter, you got all the answers. Okay, well done. That still counts. That's allowed. I just out of... Oh, we have a Håkan. That's a Swedish name, by the way, number 5. Oh, where does Janess work? Where does Janess work? Okay. Well, we'll see how we do with the prices. We have a personal favorite. DJ Fasole is one of my... just the DJ part. It does everything for me. So maybe I have a favorite player in this game. This is tough. This is the last question. Everything can change. Is Håkan going to make it? Let's see. What is the first name of Carlson, the famous character? Is it 1, Carl? Is it Andreas? Is it Ion? Is it... Oh, nobody knows. Not even the Swedes. It is... No, wait. Did we do this wrong? Because I don't know. Nobody knows. I think we made a mistake. That happens. Sometimes life is not fair. What can I say? So even if you were right, I guess you didn't win in the end. So the winner, no, number 3, Carolina, good job. Swedish name. Who's Carolina? Get up. You'll get the glory. Over there. Well done. And number 1 goes to Janess. The incredible secret duo who won't say where they work. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Yeah, you'll get the prize after. You can come up and speak to us. We'll make sure it's arranged. And now, that concludes the official part of tonight. I hope you've had an enlightening time. You learned some things. You've experienced some things you never thought you would. We're now going to move on to eating a bit of food, some borscht, and we're going to party. And the party is right across the alley. So you just go out the front door here and continue into the opposite door. A few meters. I hope it's not raining. Remember, all of the Beetroot Academy people, we will be there. You can ask us questions. Otherwise, just enjoy your night. Go to beetrootacademy.com. Follow us on social media. Have fun, okay? Bye-bye. See you in the party.